Hello, ladies and gentlemen. It is your favorite NA Silver, Goji CS, here with another video, this time talking to you in the real time within the Counter-Strike. That's right, I'm inside your Counter-Strike. Booted up exclusively from Steam from now on, or I will hijack your computer and steal your skins. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we had an update to Counter-Strike recently, this previous Wednesday. Today is Thursday, September 11th. This update decided to add this right here. It is your last chance to claim this offer. Now, the obvious layman may tell you, hey, that just means it's going away, but we still don't know when, which is correct. But the man who thinks a little bit harder will also tell you that means the market might in fact be moving. And with that in mind, we take a look at these cases real quick, the gallery case. So you might be thinking, Goji, you're not a financial expert, and you'd be correct. I am not a financial expert. So with that being said, guys, when you're watching this video, please take all of this information with a grain of salt. I am not a financial expert. I am not your consultant, and I'm not telling you what to buy or what not to buy. Please do your own research and do as you will with that information. But I will be showing you some of the stuff that has been happening. So the gallery case has been pumpy. And it went from sitting just below $1 to now jumping all the way up to about $1.57. Now you may be wondering, Goji, what the hell does this mean? Well, it means one simple thing. Valve actually is going to start removing things from the armory pass. This was a question that was being asked by a lot of the people when it comes to the skin side of Counter-Strike. I myself contemplated on making a video of this caliber not too long ago, months ago, contemplating on the fact that will Valve eventually remove anything from this armory update? And it seems they finally decided to pull the trigger, and there's going to be a couple things that are leaving. The only caveat is we still don't know when. These things are still going to be here. If I was a betting man, it could be as long as we still have this M4A1S. And then everything that is listed here that will be the last chance will eventually leave. So this also leaves a couple things to keep in mind for you people who did buy stuff from the Armory Pass. If you have anything that's the graphic collection, it might be smart to hold on to these things. Or if you're on the other side of the pile and you think that maybe these things might not go the way that we're thinking they will go, now may be the time to sell. And you may be thinking, Goji, why would I sell now? Why would I decide to sell my weapons that I got from the collection now? Well, take a look at this. M4A4 Poly Soup. Let's say you lucked up and you got it in factory new. Yesterday, if you were smart, you would have sold at this crazy price hike, all the way up to $70. As you can see, the price is kind of crashing now. It's trying to recover because a lot of people didn't get the idea that, hey, they're actually still here. You can still use your stars. So a lot of people started panic selling, panic buying, and so that artificially inflated the price. If you ask me, the safer option as far as a quote-unquote investment would go, you have two options. A, invest in skins that are within the gallery case. For example, M4A1S Vaporwave, this is a skin that pros use. People like this skin. If you can get a Vaporwave for a decent price, I'd take it. I'm annoyed with myself right now because I was gonna buy one of these for a decent price, and now the prices are just up tremendously on these things. And same thing here, actually, now that I'm looking at it, a lot of the prices are crashing a little bit back down. I was gonna buy one of these bad boys for around, I want to say $62 off of Float, after Float I always forget, Float.db, Float database. I was gonna buy one of these bad boys on Float, and as you can see, the price is starting to fluctuate. It's starting to crash a little down, starting to even out. Stuff like this is what I say would be worth investing into if you're not going to invest in the case. And like I said, I'm not a financial advisor. Don't take this word is not bond in this specific moment. But if you wanted to just, go off of a whim and just, take a little risky risk, these are the only type of things that I'd say would be worth investing at the moment in the cases. The only other things I would say would also be worth investing, perhaps, would be anything from purple to pinks in StatTrack. just because stat track skins are almost always more rarer. There's going to be lower quantities, so you could take advantage of that. The gallery case is one of the cases that have like the least amount of quantity right now because everyone fell in love with the fever case. So that's gonna, set you up perfectly well if you do decide to invest in these skins or even just this case. Personally, lowest amount of risk you could take, investing in the case. Simple as that. We'll get past that. Stickers. Some of these are probably gonna go crazy. If you want to do more research, I highly recommend looking into the amount that are applied. Look at the stickers that are applied. Look at the ones that are used the most, and you could base your investment off of that. Just judging on your risk value. Like not everybody has $100 they could put in the CS. Other people, they're always putting money into this game. So whatever you see fit, go ahead and do that with your money. For example, I was just trying to do a little speculation. I saw this sticker. I've seen a couple crafts of this sticker, so I was thinking, you know what, maybe I'll buy some. And I bought it at the right time. I bought it for 10 cents. It's already at 21 cents. That's already doubled in value. Now, that doesn't do anything for me. that's a freaking change in the cup. But still, it's worth looking into these things because there is potential money there. But like I said, nothing is guaranteed, folks. Now, let's talk about something that is a little bit terrifying when it comes to these things as far as investment ideas. So, the gallery case. We all see the big "it's gonna be gone" sign right at the bottom when we look at it in the menu, right? The question is, what level of gone are we talking? Are we talking like operation case gone? Are we talking like broken fang case type gone? Like, because look at this. Let's do it. View on market. Broken fangs right now are $12.95. And a lot of people will say, Goji, it's not fair that you're going to compare these to the gallery cases because there are not a lot of these in circulation, which is correct. There are not a lot of these in circulation. But the thing is, these cases are fully gone. You can't do no star redemption. You can't freaking get them as a random drop. They do not drop. Therefore, if they do not drop, that means the price is only going to go up. Same thing with the Operation Riptide. Riptide might be a little bit better because I feel like Riptide cases don't get open that much. Ooh, $16. But you get the point. If the gallery case starts to fall into the fully discontinued area and it becomes Operation Broken Fang or even Riptide case type scenario, that is the best case scenario for your investment. Now, here's the bad part. Here's the part that may, keep you from investing in this. There is a chance. It's not guaranteed, but it's also not guaranteed not to happen. There is a chance that this gallery case could get added to the active case drop pool, which would be a nightmare scenario for all investments. Because if the gallery case decides to do that, it's gonna probably look more towards something like this kilowatt case, where the price is gonna go down all the way to the 50-cent range due to just the mass quantity that there is. There are so many kilowatt cases, 514,000 on the Steam market alone. So, in short terms, ladies and gentlemen, we're basically hoping that the gallery case actually gets fully discontinued. Because if it does, there's a little profit to be made. Now, don't get me wrong. I know some people watching this video are going to say, well, thanks for telling us like a whole day after, like I already missed my opportunity, which is correct. I would argue you are correct. If you haven't invested in this already, this might just, be people talking about the stuff and it's just, a conversation. But also, if you are one of those people who do have a lot of money, this is still a potential investment, even at the current price that they are. As you can see, I bought into the hype and I already have bought a couple gallery cases. This isn't even a lot, but I bought a couple. I bought 5 because I wanted to see what would happen. And the thing is, within 30 minutes, the price of the case had already risen to about $1.45. And I had bought in at $1.05. So it's already moving up. I'm already in the green. I'm already okay. So the real question is just how is this long-term growth gonna go? But only time will tell, ladies and gentlemen. And there's probably one last aspect of this that I do want to cover. For those of you who still buy armory passes and have been grinding out, there has been another question that has been asked amongst a lot of people, and that's, if I have my stars right now, should I redeem them for gallery cases, or should I wait for the next collection to come out? This one is arguably one of the harder things to, come up with an idea for, because if you do get these gallery cases right now with these stars, this might not be that bad. This is like a good turnaround switch for your money. You get 40 armory credits in a single pass, which means if you complete a pass, which is, I believe it's $15, yeah, $16, these are all about $1.50 right now. So at $1.50, you're gonna get 20 cases. So you're gonna make your money back at this moment. So you could theoretically just cash out right now. But there's also the chance that once this graphic collection gets removed, there will be, in fact, another new collection. And you get to take advantage of being some of the first people to start having the skins from the new collection. Maybe you luck up, maybe the odds are forever in your favor, and you hit a red, and now you have a red from the newest collection. And and also, by the way, huge fumble from your boy. I was also gonna buy one of these not too long ago. Saw one for the right price of $105 in Battle Scarred, and I was like, you know what? I just want one just to say I have one from this collection, because it's a collection skin. I don't know what it is about me. I have that little goofy ass brain where I just want to collect things from collections, because I like to go, ooh, it's a collection, And I was gonna buy one of these off of Float DB for $105. They are now trending upwards of 200. So I missed my opportunity. That being said, next time there is a scenario like this, maybe don't miss your opportunity, because this will also have a ripple effect in the other collections. Expect these other collection skins to also go up in price. I want to say the Op Long Dog is probably the cheapest red out of all the collections right now, and even it has probably went up. Yeah, Op Long Dog currently $128. I seen one of these in Battle Scarred on Float DB for only 89 bucks. So you can expect everything to go up in price right now. Also, this is probably one of the best time to buy skins. People are selling their skins so they can invest in cases and stuff, basically what we've been talking about this whole entire video. But that's pretty much it for the rest of this video, guys. Let me just reiterate one last time before this video ends. I am not a financial advisor. I am not an insider. I don't have any insider talk in Valve. I don't have any type of connections. These are simply just my thoughts, my opinions, and just, some food of thought for people who are into this type of thing. I don't usually try to take too long on this type of skin talks and stuff like that. I've done trade up videos, but I've never done this type of video of just talking about quote unquote investments, I guess. But I wanted to go ahead and throw my hat into the play, I guess, and just see what would happen, just because I want to inform people. I want to be informative. I want to be funny. I want to be entertaining. I want to be your one-stop drop for all freaking CS2 related content. So with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, thanks for watching this video. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe to GoGCS, and I will catch you next time. Hopefully not in an NA server on Mirage where I'm down to 12. Bye.